Hello and welcome. This is Kristen from the Online Selling Show, and I'm here for the weekly check-in for my Whatnot account. I'll go through my statistics, and I did have a little lesson I learned in this week. Nothing big, but I am definitely seeing some growth. This particular time period since last week, I held 4 different shows. Sunday night, I did hold a show that was just for my Stampin' Up! Branded paper I used in my card making. I held I'm trying to look at my notes, a Fisher Price show again on that whole huge lot I got back from the estate sale in the middle of September. I held a craft show, which was just my personal items I was looking to de-stash, and then also a Christmas show. I am noticing a lot of repeat buyers coming back, and I'm kind of getting a little frustrated because I'm not noticing bidding going on. It seems like I'm still just getting the dollar on the goods, and they're not really getting into any kind of competition with one another. There's no bidding against each other. I'm wondering if that's because I'm doing the show with the items in the shop and telling them to just let me know if there's something from there that they want me to run. And I think maybe they take it as they put the number in that maybe they're claiming it. I don't know. But we did have some growth. The last time I reported, I'm going to go through, I had 19 reviews last week. This week I have 27. I don't see them all, but they say they're all 5 stars, so I guess I really should just be happy. I mean, I'm very happy about that, but I guess I don't need to see them all. Maybe if they don't leave a written response, maybe there's nothing on that. I don't know. Last week I sold 427 items total. This week I sold 555. Last week I sold $320 worth of goods, and this week I sold $420 worth of goods. So I sold $100 more. I've got 8 more reviews. I've got, I don't know, about 125 items more I sold. And last week I had 128 followers, and this week I have 153 followers. So I'm also seeing more people in the shows, bookmarking them as well now. So that's been really good. It's still like a trial to keep people in the show and get them engaged, but I can tell you, like I said, it does take time and you have to keep growing it. The one lesson I learned this week is I had cancellations in 2 different shows. The first one was a lady that bid on some bag of random strings of beads that I had. They were pearls, and she told me she didn't know. She thought they were necklaces. I don't know why, but she asked in the comments to me to cancel, and she sent me a message for that. And I didn't know how to do it, and I just went in through their stuff and canceled. And I know it can impact your account if you do too many cancellations, and I just chose other and put that buyer had requested it, and that was my first on that. And then in the next show for the Christmas, there was a woman who I was describing that I would put something up for her, but she didn't know that my husband was running something different at the time and bid, and she initiated the cancellation that I just had to approve. So there is definitely a distinction between the initiating being from the seller versus the buyer. So now that I've learned that, I'm not going to do anything initiating for myself unless it's absolutely necessary for a mistake of myself. If it's a mistake from the buyer, they're going to have to do that themselves. So all I can say is the tenacity seems to be working. I'm seeing that one of the people that buys from me was holding a show last night, and she was selling a lot of vintage Christmas. And I was surprised at the bidding that was going on. I was surprised at the pricing that people were paying. She commented in there that they had been at it for over 4 hours with everybody buying, and that was astounding to me. I get people in there for about an hour and a half, get through all of the items that I brought to the show, and I can tell that people are kind of getting to that point where they've bought what they wanted and there's not really a lot of interaction going on anymore. So this is going to make me want to venture out, I think, a little bit more in the realm of the vintage Christmas. I think I'm going to try and maybe break it out to 2 shows where I can do vintage Christmas and try to do my store clearance and more modern stuff separately. So I'm currently waiting outside of an estate sale. I want to see what I can do to get some more vintage pieces, and I'll be back next week for the check-in. I don't know how much I'm going to have for next week because it will fall on Easter Sunday for my check-in, and I only have, I think, 2 shows. I have one tonight, which is the Halloween and home scheduled, and then I have, I believe, a Fisher Price one scheduled on Tuesday. Today, Sunday, and Tuesday. That's all I have, with the husband's birthday falling on Wednesday, and then we leave really early on Thursday for a long weekend vacation. That was pretty much the only time I had to do some shows next week. So hopefully there'll be still some good things to report. We'll see. I'll catch you next week. Please leave some comments and questions down below if you have any concerning whatnot for me. Please check out, I have some more shopping videos that I've done, and I would really appreciate if you would hit that subscribe button. Thanks a lot, and I'll catch you next week. Bye. I'm coming back to give an update from doing the estate sale, and I thought I had my weekly vlog wrapped up for what I've been doing on whatnot, and I'm going to tell you, my mind was a little bit blown going into this estate sale today. I saw somebody walking around and talking and showing the goods, and truthfully, I thought it was maybe a friend or somebody that was homebound that she was kind of showing the stuff off with, like FaceTiming to see if there was anything that she wanted. And come to find out, this woman was in the estate sale on a whatnot show, walking around and talking about the stuff at the sale. And I'm assuming when they bought it, then she put it in her bag as something she was going to go buy at the sale. Now, this was the second day and the stuff was half off. I don't know how this woman was pricing, because she was giving what the pricing was on the sale. So the only thing I can think of is that she had a price tag of, let's say, 20 bucks. So she started the listing at 20 bucks and hoped that people would buy the item up and would pay half of that because it was the second day, and was looking to get the difference in that. Just a very unusual way, very brilliant way, because then she was not risking any of her money buying the stuff. She didn't buy anything until it actually sold on whatnot. I thought that was a brilliant move, and I thought I should make a note of this at the end of my weekly vlog for this whatnot program, because if you're tuning in, there is so many things that this whatnot program, I think, has been undiscovered even as of yet.